The Undead Celluloid Society welcomes you into another podcast. My name is Michael,
And I'm Rachel.
and today we are covering the 1994 film Leprechaun 2. Leprechaun 2 is pretty much a rehash of the original film, except set in Los Angeles. This time, the leprechaun is not hunting for his gold, he's hunting for his lover. And we get a little time skip.
1,000 years.
By 1,000 years. There's a little dumb stuff going on. We'll get a little into that later, but that is the plot. He is looking for his wife. Unfortunately, he picks a really shitty one in the form of Bridget.
Bridget, the shitty girlfriend.
Bridget is the shitty girlfriend. For all you kings out there that have girlfriends, if you watch this movie and your girlfriend reminds you of Bridget, probably not her.
Probably.
Okay. So we'll just delve right into it. We're saying that after we've recorded almost 5 minutes of our original podcast without audio.
Yeah, Michael didn't press the button for the transponder.
Yeah, Michael can be a little dumb sometimes.
It's okay.
Yeah, we love each other all the same, right?
The same, sure.
Oh.
Then he goes and drops
Rachel,
the
talk.
mic.
I dropped the mic. I dropped the mic, not on purpose.
All right. So, the movie is basically, in the beginning, the leprechaun has a slave. The tries to run away from him.
Oh, you're going to plot synopsis. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll do the plot synopsis.
Okay. Talk.
The slave tries to get away from him. You know, the one thing the slave wants is his freedom. And the leprechaun says, as soon as I get my bride, you can be free. And
she's got to sneeze 3 times.
Yeah, I was getting that. So in order for his bride to become his bride, she has to sneeze 3 times. And if no one says, God bless you, bam, she's his bride for some reason.
So when she's changing behind the thing, does it not remind you of like an 80s porno? For a little bit, when they're like both their like heads peek out from like the bush, and they're like with a big ass grins.
I mean,
does it not give you 80s pornos vibe?
I've never seen an 80s porno.
No, but I'm saying like the music and like that. You know what I mean?
it was a little raunchy and creepy,
silly,
to be quite honest. But so you see this female silhouette behind the sheet. And when she moves the sheet, because she's folding laundry in the middle of the woods, turns out it's the slave's daughter. And he's like, no, not my daughter. And
he's like, I'll find you hotter chicks.
Yeah. And so the leprechaun makes her sneeze 3 times, and the slave says, God bless you. And so apparently that puts her out of the running to be his bride.
Oh, then he's got to go to fucking sleep for like 1,000 years.
Yeah, so he said it was his 1,000th day birthday or something.
It was his 1,000th birthday.
Yeah,
yes.
So he said on his next 1,000th birthday, he was going to find someone with the same bloodline as them and make that girl his bride. So skip forward 1,000 years into a 1990s LA. 1994 LA. And we have Bridget, who is a descendant of this slave and his daughter. And Michael really hates her. Don't blame
you. You do too. She's awful.
I said I don't blame you. So basically, Bridget is
Cody's girlfriend.
Cody and his uncle Morty run a Dark Side of Hollywood tours, and Morty's a scammer, and Cody's just, the nice nephew who's trying to help out his uncle make some money, make a living.
Yeah, because they live together, and he's like the one that like convinces people, like guests, to like take the tour.
Cody.
Yeah. Cody.
Yeah. So Cody convinces these people to take the tour, and his uncle ends up getting drunk, so he has to do the tour for him. And Bridget really wanted to go to the go-kart with some friends of theirs. So she literally just like, they go there. He drops her off while he's still mid-tour, and she starts flirting up with this guy saying, oh, he'll take me home. You don't have to come back.
Well, not just that, too. When they're doing the tour and she's with him, he even explains it to her and he apologizes to her. Which, in my mind, it's like, plans change, dog. Like this is not like, this is his livelihood.
Yeah,
like it's not like
live.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends instead of you. He's like, oh, I have to do this job because it's like $300.
Yeah,
and she gives him the wrong card at the one place on purpose.
Yeah, she purposely gives him the wrong card. And
what the heck? Like, trying to sabotage him.
I'm sorry. And yeah, no, complete and total bitch. And then
they still got to the go-kart place with plenty of time.
Yeah, right? And then so they get to the go-kart place. Well, he, like I said, he drops her off, and the kid who's like running it is obviously into her.
Ian, yes.
Ian, yeah. Very obviously into her. And he tries to get, like, he's like making moves, and
he's putting his arm around her and stuff, too. Yeah,
and she's not, brushing him off or anything. She's like kind of being like a flirt.
So when they first get there, she says, don't you have to work? And he's like, I want to work if you're here. And then she like does this like, would you look at that fucking Cody?
Yeah.
Like trying to show him up.
Such a bad girlfriend. But anyway, so the rest of the movie is just the leprechaun. He kidnaps her, and it's Cody and his uncle. Well, part of the movie is his uncle.
Drunkle.
His drunk uncle. Trying to find her and save her.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean,
I just really had to get that part out.
Bridget. Yeah, fuck Bridget.
Maybe so bad.
We did see fake Bridget's boobs. I say fake Bridget because it's very clearly her body double that is naked.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a point where Ian drops Bridget back off at her house after they did their romantic go-kart race or something. Then he tries to like finagle like buying her chili dogs into like a blowjob or something. I don't know what he's trying to get out of that, but he's like, what are with those chili dogs?
Yeah, he was really upset that he bought her chili dogs and then she doesn't invite him.
Yeah, invite him in to like fuck him or something. I don't know what he's expecting.
He's entitled because he bought her some chili dogs.
Yeah, God forbid you bought it, Rachel. You buy a girl chili dogs, you have to have sex with her, right? Is that how that works? I don't know. Apparently
to Ian it did.
Apparently to Ian.
In 1994.
In 1994, you do some go-kart races, then you buy some chili dogs, then you're entitled to sex.
Or whatever he was
thinking. Or whatever. He actually looked like he wanted to motorboat her based on the later
Oh my gosh, it was so weird.
So Ian goes to leave, and the leprechaun, for some reason, is like just killing people for like no reason. And
well, remember he's like, you don't mess with me, lass.
Oh, yeah. So he hit on his girl. So Leprechaun's pissed. So he turns into Bridget, entices Ian back into the garage that's below the house because Bridget lives in this like really nice ass house in Los Angeles. I mean, she fucking lives in like Beverly Hills or something, but in this really nice ass house. And she gets naked, very clearly a body double, because when she's doing her like dance movements, you'll see her face, then it'll cut to her boobs. Then it'll cut back to her face, then it'll go back to her boobs. That's a very obvious filming technique for a girl that doesn't want to show her breasts. Mm-hmm. So they'll have like another girl without their face, her body double, like showing their breasts. It's a very common film technique that you see and stuff. So her body double's breasts are in this guy's face. Well, he thinks that it's all an illusion by the leprechaun, and it's the bottom of a lawnmower.
Yeah, it's a lawnmower, whatever Dallas.
So he's trying to motorboat these fake leprechaun titties, and it's actually a lawnmower blade cut, and he puts his face just straight into it.
Yep, he did.
You don't see it. It's the shadow, but I mean, you do see his face later. Looks pretty gnarly. I would say probably best kill in the movie.
Yeah, it's the only one that's really super gory.
Yeah.
Compared to the first movie, this one like had no gore.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I think he did rip that guy's finger off. That looked pretty good too.
Oh,
A magician was trying to like do like a trick on the leprechaun, like a magic trick, and he grabs his ring. He's like grabbing gold from people all left
he
and
wasn't
right.
a magician; he was a businessman.
I thought it was a magician.
No, he was trying to
Always,
give him
always giving his business card. You're
Yeah,
right.
and
I'm
he saw a
sorry.
gold ring on his finger.
Sorry, we're a very professional podcaster.
Listen, it's late. I'm tired.
Yeah. So he rips it. He does rip his finger off. You're right, and it's pretty gory.
Yeah.
And he's finger looking good. Ah!
Oh my, yeah, the finger looking good. That was cringy.
Yeah. Well, then he did the like whatever that was. I don't know what that was.
Laugh.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't a laugh. He like shrieked. I don't even know what he did.
Oh, I thought he laughed.
He did laugh, but it would sound like a shriek. So yeah. So
Michael, what did you like about this movie?
Okay. I before we get into what we like,
Okay.
you had some questions while we were watching, and I will give you like a theory that someone had posted online.
I
So there's some lore differences in this one versus Leprechaun 1. For instance, he makes a reference to the shoes, like he says your shoes are filthy to his slave in the original timeline, but we won't see anything with shoes in the first one. In the like later timeline when they get to Los Angeles, they mention wrought iron instead of 4-leaf clovers as his weakness. He also says that he's 1,000 years old, like 1,000 years ago, so he's like 2,000 in our timeline, and the original Leprechaun said he was 600 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you notice, he was dressed differently as well. He didn't have the purple pants. He was all in green.
Okay, I didn't notice that.
And he also mentioned like wishes. There's a lot of different stuff in this one lore-wise versus the original. There is a prominent theory online, and I kind of like this theory. So aside from Leprechaun 1 and Leprechaun Origins, or Leprechaun Returns, which is the requel from 2018, there is a prominent theory that every leprechaun in each iteration of the movies is a different leprechaun, a different being.
Oh.
So I kind of like that theory because it explains all the retcons. It explains, so these are different beings, or they're doing different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they do he does make reference to other wee people, like
yes,
WEE, small people.
Yes, he always vows on the wee people. They did in the first one as well.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of that theory, Rachel? Do you like the theory of it being different leprechauns in each one?
I mean,
does it make sense to you?
That would make sense, but then the whole, like the end of the first one, he's like, I will stay in this hole in the ground from the well blowing up, and come back for my gold or something. Like it made it seem like he was going to be coming back.
You're right, but he's trapped in that well in North Dakota in that one, and this guy came from a freaking tree.
Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, it does make sense that that would be a different leprechaun. I
think as we watch the Leprechaun movies more, you'll come to agree on that. There's some funny tidbits coming up in the next couple ones.
Okay.
But
that makes sense.
So that's the theory with that. As far as what I like with this film, I really like the setting difference. I like it being Los Angeles. I like them trying to do something different. Cody and Bridget kind of suck. Bridget sucks a lot, but Cody is just kind of lame too.
Another vanilla.
Yeah, he's very vanilla.
He does do more than Nathan did in the first.
He does do a lot more, but there's less main characters.
That's true.
In this one, I like Morty a lot. Morty is shitty. Morty is a shitty drunk.
He reminds me of Morty from Rick and Morty.
He reminds me of Rick from Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, shoot! I always get
he's
them mixed up.
he's more of a Rick than he is a Morty.
Yeah, that's I get them mixed up, but yeah,
no, you're fine.
He definitely reminds me of the drunk grandpa or uncle.
Yeah, grandpa.
The drunk grandpa from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, so he's funny. A couple other things. They're in that bar, and I want to look him up. What his name is? Rachel. Give me your phone.
Okay. But what are you?
I have to look up the cast real quick. Speaking of Trisha, we're both invited to her wedding. We may do a podcast of that if we're.
We're not doing a podcast at her wedding.
It was a joke. We probably will. Afterwards, at the reception.
You're hilarious.
I'm great. I know.
You're hilarious. I will be asleep afterwards.
Probably. We probably will have drank too much.
But honestly, Morty, my favorite character besides the Leprechaun.
You think Morty is your favorite character?
Yes, absolutely. He freaking cracked me up. And I think he was...
Tony Cox. That's what it was. Tony Cox is the little African-American man that comes into the bathroom to give Cody milk chocolate shillings. And he acts like a fucking alien the whole time. Like he's like he's never interacted with humans before. His eyes are wide as fuck, and then he keeps like smiling like super big. And I'm like, Tony Cox, what the hell are you doing?
Oh yeah,
it was so weird. It was so out of place.
He's in Bad Santa.
Yes.
Okay, that's how I recognize him. But
he acts like a fucking alien in that movie.
Yeah, he's very creepy.
He's like, take some chocolate or take some gold.
Just take it. Just take it.
I thought he was supposed to be the leprechaun in disguise. Was not. He's just a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I thought he was too. Maybe that was the point of it.
The barista scene was great too.
Oh yes, because the leprechaun got
leprechaun's hungover. Yes, the leprechaun gets hungover. He drinks with Morty, and they get super wasted. And then the leprechaun goes to this coffee bar, I guess, and is like, he has drank like 5 coffees at this point, and this guy is trying to get him the fuck out of there. And
so he starts making fun of him.
Yeah, he makes fun of him. He makes a lot of like little people jokes, which is like in bad taste.
Oh yeah, really. But then he's like, you have to pay up. He's like, oh, so you want me gold? And obviously you don't ask for leprechaun's gold.
You don't ask for leprechaun's gold. He does say that. So he ties him to the thing with his ties him to the bar with this magic, and then takes the steam and like flows the hot steam in his face, pounding his face.
Yeah,
that's the best kill in the movie for me.
Really, you think so?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, what else would be better than that? Do you think?
I mean, the oh shoot, I forgot already.
Morty's kill's pretty.
Yeah, I mean, but you don't even see it.
You don't. That's why I like the steam kill. I mean, it's pretty creative. It's not what we're used to.
I don't know though, because the guy could have totally moved his face.
He could have, but the magic, steam.
Yeah, you gotta keep the story moving and interesting, huh? But I don't know. It was. I like the fact that it wasn't as gory, but. I don't know. Nope. Ian dying. That was killer.
Oh, that was pretty weird, but it was off screen. We didn't see it.
Oh, that's true.
That was pretty good too, though. I would say the lawnmower kill is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think compared to the first film, I don't say that it's.
Oh, it was just constant. Yeah, I did see that. Can you play it back on that thing?
Yeah.
Oh no, not at all. Oh my gosh.
And we're not trying to shit talk Bridget here too much, but her actress was not a very good actress. Her eyes are like staring into my soul. Like, hey, you guys, we apologize. We are refilming this last part of our Leprechaun 2 podcast. For some reason, our mic decided that it was going to play a ambulance, high pitched ambulance sound. So, basically, we're just going to go into our rating. We were shit talking Bridget, but we don't want Bridget's spirit to come and like haunt us anymore. But yeah, so we're not going to do a traditional vacation rating on this. We're just going to do out of 10. There just wasn't a whole lot with this movie that we can just add to.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I mean, we had nothing to talk about really. It was just less than and it was hard to get a good vibe from.
I agree, Rachel. So we're just going to do out of 10 on this one. Rachel, we'll start with you. What is your score out of 10?
So I gave the first one we both gave the first one a 5.
5, yes.
So I'd say this one gets like a 3. I think that's the best I can do for it.
A 3? Yeah. Fair enough, because I'm giving this a 3.5.
Okay. That's a little bit better than I did, I guess.
There's not a lot to save the film. It's
hard to critique. Like, there's just not a lot happened.
You're right. We do like Morty. We don't like Bridget, obviously. We don't. Cody's lame as well.
Yeah, just vanilla. It's all in the vanilla male character and crazy-eyed, really bad acting female character, and obviously the Leprechaun was great. But
what we didn't do in the last one, which is maybe why our thing crapped out. Warwick Davis was awesome as always. He was great. The highlight of the film. Mm-hmm. Best part of the movie. Again, easily.
I don't know. I still really like Morty.
I like Morty too, but the Leprechaun is great.
Yeah, he obviously makes the movie The Leprechaun.
Yeah. So, and Dallas got his seal of approval too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so yeah, those are our thoughts kind of on Leprechaun 2. We apologize that we are interjecting this in because we recorded 5 extra minutes and our podcast receiver decided that it was going to pick up nothing.
Yeah.
So. Is this a Trisha recommendation?
I think she'd watch it. I don't think she'd like it.
She'd like it with a couple of drinks. You liked this with a couple of drinks.
Oh, wait. I don't know. You had a couple, and you weren't too fond of it.
I wasn't too fond of it, but I think that if we were both drinking, we
make fun of it.
Yeah, we'd have a lot more fun with it.
Oh, I can't do this and drink. I'd be a mess.
No, you wouldn't. Nah. We did Bad Taste while we were both drinking, and it worked out well.
That's one opinion.
It is our lowest viewed video. But I think that's because no one knows what the fuck that is.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that.
I think that's going to be our cult hit later on, though.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But we really thank you guys for listening. We appreciate all the support, all the love, all the comments, all the likes, all the subscriptions. If your friends like bad, scary movies, recommend us because we talk about bad, scary movies. Well, we talk about
some good ones.
We talk about good ones too. We also talk about just talk about whatever horror. We're a horror podcast. We like horror. We appreciate horror, and that's kind of our shtick. And we want you guys to, be honest with us. Tell us what you think. If you think we sucked at something, tell us. Try to be nice with the comments.
You're really asking a lot, Mike.
Try to be nice. Try to be nice with your comments, but we want to improve. We want to be better for you guys. But we thank you guys so much for listening and giving us your attention and your love. We want to share that back with you. But until next time, we're going to be covering Leprechaun 3. My name is Michael.
And I'm Rachel.
And we are the Undead Celluloid Society podcast. Thank you guys very much.